Hello, welcome. I'm Hannah, and welcome to another lipstick declutter. I think this is going to be my third lipstick declutter this year, but my lipstick collection has been going through a massive transformation. It used to be my favorite part of makeup. When I inventoried at the start of 2021, I had like over 250 lip products. When I inventoried at the start of this year, I had like 160. And then a couple months ago after my last declutter, I was so happy to be under 100 finally. And I thought that might be kind of like it for the year. But the other night, I started just going through my lipsticks and trying things on, and I don't know if it's because it's been nearly a year since I wore some of them at the beginning of this year, or if it's because I'm just becoming kind of more sensitive to bad smells in lip products, but there was a lot of them that were surprisingly off. So I put them all to the side and we're gonna go through them today and say bye to them. I'm surprised too. I didn't think this was gonna happen, but it's gonna happen and I'm really excited for it. So let's just switch over to my hands and get right into it. Okay, let's get into all the players that are officially retiring today, in no particular order. This Too Faced one, this is the melted liquefied longwear lipstick in the shade Chihuahua. I love this formula. I've said this a lot of times in these declutters. I feel like every declutter I'm getting rid of another one, but I think this is finally my last one. I tried to use it the other day and it was just so stinky. That's the reason for like almost all of these that I'm getting rid of, that like they told me they're bad and I don't want to fight it because I don't want to wear something stinky and that tastes bad on my lips. But like the color of this is so nice and the formula is so nice. I definitely didn't appreciate these as much as I could have when they first came out, but now I'm like, it's such a nice formula to like soften up lipsticks or something, and I hope that they'll bring these back sometime. It's funny that they discontinue those and they still have the like melted liquid lipsticks. I feel like no one talks about those, the like dry down lipsticks. I have this one from KVD. This is Lolita 2. This is the second one I had of this. I had a full-size one and I decluttered it because it got old. And this one, I remember when I first got it, I don't remember what gave me the feeling, but I had the feeling that it might have been sitting in the warehouse for a long time or something. And I went to use it the other day and it was stinky. So that's kind of disappointing. I know they have their new packaging now, and I know I said about this that I might consider purchasing it again if they change their packaging and I would know that it was made more recently. But I don't know if I still love this color as much as I once did. And I do have a ColourPop Lippy Sticks. I think the shade Brink is a pretty similar color to that one. This is from e.l.f. This is the Tough Cookie Ride or Die Lip Balm, and I really love the color of this, but my problem is the applicator. It's in this like metal tube, and it's so hard to squeeze out. Look at that. I squeeze so hard for that. That's just so inconvenient and annoying, and on top of that, it doesn't have an applicator, so your only route is to like, you know, a lip brush, but I don't use lip brushes. So for me, it's my finger. And then that makes reapplication annoying when I'm in public. I'm not gonna like stick my finger on my mouth. And even though it's like a cute color that you can barely see and a comfortable formula, it's just not worth having in my collection. I would rather use other balms that I have that are in a more ideal format. This one from Kaja is another one that like, I mean, all of these so far, probably all of these in general, I didn't imagine I would declutter this year. If I imagined it, I would have already decluttered them. But these are all lip products that like I love, and I'm just being kind of realistic with myself now. This is I think it was called like the Earhart lipstick. It's the shade Baby Girl, and I love this. I think the heart is such like a cute gimmick, and it makes like a really nice shape that's easy to put in the lips. I like the color of it. It's a very flattering nude for my skin tone. And I wished I would have had more time with this. I got this in like mid 2020, but it went bad. It's stinky. It's funny how lipsticks go stinky in different ways. This one smells like almost like gasoline-y, like almost burnt in its stinkiness. And I just can't do that to myself. Some of these, I guess we'll talk about at the end. Some of these I might save in my like nostalgia bin just so I can compare them to future lipsticks and like see if I find a dupe eventually. But maybe we'll touch on that in the end. But I think this one I probably will hold on to for that reason, because it is like kind of perfect. Speaking of getting realistic with myself, For a while, I've saved some like funky lipsticks so I could like have the option of wearing a funky lipstick, and it's just not something that comes up very often. This one, it smells like Play-Doh. I feel like these melt lipsticks have always smelled like Play-Doh, and I was comforted by the fact that they smelled like it from the get-go, but I don't want to put Play-Doh on my lips. This is the shade Moda, and it's like this shimmery teal. I don't know if I ever actually did wear this out. It's a pretty dry formula. I don't know. I'm just not in a green lips phase of my life, and I really feel now that like if I decide again that no, I actually do need a really ridiculous color to wear, I can buy like a nice new one, you know? And I say that not because I think that'll happen, I say that because it's comforting to know that I have that option. Also in the same category, this ColourPop one, this is the Ultra Matte Lip in Friday. And I mean, it's more realistic that I wear a black lipstick than I wear a green lipstick, but this one's stinky. And maybe I acknowledged that before and I felt like, oh, it's just like a random thing that I probably won't wear very often anyway, so it doesn't have to be perfect. But I'm never gonna wanna put a stinky black lipstick on my lips when I can just wear so many other colors. And I still have options. I have my red lipstick like I'm wearing right now. I can wear my red lipstick with my brown lip liner. I also have a hot pink. I think I still have Climax from ColourPop, the blue. So I actually do still have a ridiculous option if I want to. This one I love. This is Lemon Drop from ColourPop. It was a collab with My Little Pony many years ago. And it's such like a pretty, perfect purple. Like it's a bright, colorful purple. But something about it, it's not white based, so it doesn't look so ridiculous. I always really like this, but I'm just accepting that it's stinky. And Squash from Lime Crime. I know I did the video earlier this year where I tried on all of my orange lipsticks, and this one I tried on. It looked stupid because that's how it looks, and I kept it, and people are like, you do you. You guys are so nice to me. But I tried this on the other day and I'm like, past me definitely enjoyed having such a weird color to wear, but the current me isn't doing that. And it's old anyway. I don't think I've worn it this year other than the time I wore it, well, A, in the orange lips video, and then also B, earlier in the year when I was trying on all of my lipsticks in videos. I think those are the only 2 times that I wore it. I never naturally wore it. So I think it's time to say goodbye. And along with that is my other Lime Crime Velveteen. This is the shade Red Velvet. I mentioned when I tried on all my red lipsticks that this was like almost like too good. Like it was weird that it wasn't stinky. But I think now it actually has crossed the threshold of being stinky. And just the fact that it's so old, it's like 7 years old. I don't know what kind of bacteria is being harbored in this, and I just don't want to keep it around anymore. I expressed in that red lipsticks video that, like, I liked the idea of narrowing down my red lipsticks, but now that all I have to do is get rid of this one, and I only truly have one, the Gwen Stefani one, I really like that. I like that, like, absolation, is that a word, of thought fatigue. Oh, and this one too! This is Griselda from Fenty, and I wanted to like this one. And I do like the color of this one, but it always seemed old the whole time I had it. I know these were on sale for a really long time, and I only bought this, I think from the Fenty website when I was trying to buy enough to get the free sample of the Fenty perfume a while ago. And when I tried this on the other day, I was like, it's not good. I always wanted to like this more than I did. I like the name of it, I like the thin packaging of it, but it's past its prime, and if I just, you know, just like the other funky colors, if I decide in the future that I need a burgundy, if my brown lip liner with my red lipstick doesn't cut it, then I'll go out and seek for the perfect burgundy, and it'll be something nice and new that will hopefully last me a long time, but I don't need to immediately replace it. I have another melt one. This is On The Go, which is a really lovely nude color for me, but it smells like Play-Doh, as melt lipsticks do. I have other really pleasant nude lipsticks that I don't use enough, and I'd like to get this out of the way so I can truly focus on those. This gloss from Tarte, it's in the shade Goals. It's the Tartist Lip Paint. I had this years ago. This is the second one I have of it, and I think A, it's very old and a little stinky, but also B, it's just like too pink for my current lip tastes, and I haven't worn it in a long time. What I've been doing recently is just like grabbing out whatever lipstick I want to wear that day with no, you know, rhyme or reason, I guess, as normal people do. But I still feel like I had too much that I'm only grabbing for the same couple that are right in the front. So hopefully after this declutter, I'll have the capacity to like truly use my entire collection. I don't know, just a goal coming out of here. I have this one from Kylie and Courtney from their collab years ago. It's the shade Mini. And this one, besides being old, I wore it recently and it's just such like a neon coral. I think in the past, I was just like, I had a wider range of lipsticks that I deemed acceptable. And now, I don't know if it's that like, it's not like in trend as much. I mean, I think that is part of it. But I also think I'm just coming to terms with what I actually like and not feeling like I need to push the boundaries for the sake of it. So I'm going to say bye to this one. From ColourPop, we have the shade Barracuda. This is their Ultra Satin, which is one of the best formulas ever that's discontinued. Really pretty color, but it's past its prime. Prussian, this is a lip gloss that I really like. I remember I gave this like a second try because I hated the brush applicator, but on the second try using it, I was like, it's such a nice color and formula that I can look past the brush applicator. But what I can't look past is the smell. These ColourPop lipsticks, I'm glad I'm really just not purchasing from ColourPop anymore for the most part, because the lipsticks don't last that long. And like, it's such like a backwards way of thinking, but like the fact that they're so cheap made me make worse decisions about buying them. And in a way, it's nice to buy higher end lipsticks that I think about more thoughtfully, and I only buy ones that I really truly like, you know? This is the ColourPop lipstick in Simon Says. I really loved this color. I got it in holiday 2019. It's like this orangey nude, but it's turning into a melt smell in its old age. It's given me Play-Doh, and it's no good. These I was kind of split on because I tried on all of these ColourPop lipsticks and these couple were bad and then a couple are still good, but I wonder if based on that they won't be good for much longer. This is the shade Friends. I bought this because I wanted a dark brown lipstick because I liked this Lime Crime one that I had years ago that was a dark brown, and that's why I felt like I'm a dark brown person, but I never used this one. I think I don't like the finish, the cream finish. I think I like a brown matte. So I do have a lip liner from Charlotte Tilbury, and that's what I'll use if the mood strikes for a brown, but it hasn't stricken in a really long time. This one I'm not gonna swatch. This is the Fenty Beauty Heat Gloss Bomb Heat in Hot Cherry 1. I got this, I think it was like a 100-point perk or a sample code or something from Sephora, and I tried it on when I first got it. Oh, and it has this big, fat, juicy applicator also. I love that. I love it. I tried it on and I was like, fuck yeah, I love this. Then a second passed and my lips hurt so bad and I had to immediately wipe it off. I don't like plumping. I don't like anything plumping on my lips. I just think it's super uncomfortable, and this to me was unbearable. I really want this effect though, because I loved how it looked for like the millisecond before it was really painful. I was looking at the In Beauty one and I was almost about to buy it, and I saw that one also says plumping. I don't know if some brands use it as a buzzword but don't actually have like the things that irritate your lips in them. I don't know, but I'd really like this effect, this like red lip oil glossy effect without the plumping. If you know of something like that, please let me know. And this is the same deal. This is from Rowan. It's the shade Charlie. I got this in the BoxyCharm sale when I bought from there earlier in the year. I think this was like $5 or something like that, but I had wanted this when it first came out. This is on like the other end of the plumping spectrum. This is like a mintiness, and this one didn't hurt as much as like, I don't know, it tingled a little bit, and I didn't like the minty scent. I don't want to put mint on my lips and then go about my day because I don't want to like, you know, bite into pasta with mint on my mouth. I'm just not about this. I have other glosses that I like way better. This is from ColourPop. This is the Glowing Lip, the shade La Cienga. I was really excited about this formula because it's like the exact kind of balmy thing that's up my alley. But this shade is just way pinkier than it looked online. And I don't use it, and I don't know. I just don't want it. I don't want it. If it was a better color, I would keep it, but I just don't want this shade of pink. Here from Bare Minerals, we have the shade Swag. This I really liked a long time ago. It has like a mint chocolate chip scent, but I tried it on the other day and it was just kind of like streaky. It's kind of like one of those like blurry liquid lipsticks that's like kind of like a velvet finish, but doesn't completely dry, but isn't like emollient. I just wasn't feeling it, and I know it's old. And then we have this one from Jouer. It's the shade Champs Elysees. I always really liked this, but it's so old. And I just feel like the way it's coming out, it's like coming out like not glossy enough. I don't know if you can tell without like feeling it, but I can feel that it's like tackier than it used to be. This is one that I could imagine myself possibly repurchasing in the future, because I always really liked this, and I feel like it never got the attention it deserved because I got it when I was just overwhelmed with lip products, but maybe if I dwindle even more, I'll long for that and I'll get it. And then the last one is from Lisa Eldridge. Please don't kill me, everyone. This is the shade Kitten Mischief. I bought from Lisa Eldridge because everybody loves Lisa Eldridge, and it was a launch last year that everyone was hyping up, as they do all of her launches. I got this, and I got like one of those kind of like multi-use highlighter things. My problem with this is I don't know if it's that the color's not right for me or the formula's too sheer, but it's as if I'm putting on like a clear lip balm that does nothing, but it also doesn't stay within my lip line. Something about the finish of it, it just doesn't work for me. It doesn't add anything for my lips. I would have to use it with a lip liner, but it's like I don't want to fuss so hard to use this when the only thing that makes me so excited about it is that like people love it, people love the brand. So I finally got real with myself and I'm decluttering it. And these are all the lip products that I'm decluttering. I didn't think I could declutter any more after my last declutter, and here I am. 23 lip products. Okay, 23 didn't sound right to me, so I went back into my bag that has other empties that I need to eventually empties out, and there was one more. I thought it was 25. Now it's 24. I think it's just this. So this is Dark Lord from ColourPop. This was the Star Wars collab, and the embossing on it is so incredibly beautiful, but it's a really like peachy light nude that doesn't look particularly good on me, and I'd have to wear it with a lip liner. I have been wearing lip liners more often recently, but at the same time, like, I'm just not excited about lipsticks that like have to be that way, you know? I like the option of a lip liner to transform the color or to add staying power or something, but I don't like it out of necessity. I'd rather just declutter. Also, this one's already stinky. I think I bought this one early this year or like this summer or something. I don't know if they're like dropping costs even farther or something. I just have like no faith in ColourPop anymore, but no good. Gonna declutter it. Yeah, 24 here. As I said earlier about saving some for comparison's sake, I think I am gonna save the Kaja, and I think I am going to save the My Little Pony. I'm like a little bit tempted by these Lime Crimes, but I don't think I need to. I think I have enough documentation of me wearing them, and I don't think I'm gonna be like seeking out these exact ones, and if I do, I think I could just buy them again. So I think that's the story. Instead of switching back over to my face, because I meant to film the outro before and I forgot, I'm just gonna wrap it up right here. I hope that's okay. If you enjoyed this, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. I really appreciate it. There's always way more makeup content to come. Thanks for being here. Bye!